little better.
Want to give it a shot?
Yeah.
I was going to call you and tell you I'm going. I didn't know your phone. Oh, yeah, I got it. You're going on the yeah, okay. That's good.
That went over? I don't want to finish it because I'm going to go to mine and
I think it's half.
got some robot here.
Hello, hello.
I couldn't even get Governor Hurt's number. If you go looking for the rotary stuff, there's no number.
We are just about ready to go.
Did you
A few minutes.
How about the bell?
You get your last glass of wine over the table and sit down. Welcome to a joint meeting of the Rotary Club of Livermore and the Livermore Satellite Club evening. I know we all weren't expecting that, but here we go.
All right, first of all.
Jack Mills, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Jack, come on up and
Uncover.
great.
Good point.
Our pledge of allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jack. Songsters.
You don't know? Okay. Okay, this is on? All right. We're having a presentation that has to do with taking care of people with eye problems. So we decided that we would do a song called I Can See Clearly Now.
Wow. That's cute. Great creative.
Hey, everybody.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. The dark clouds that have me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day.
Good job.
He's over here.
Oh, you got it.
And Carolyn is coming right up.
Don't make me laugh. All right. Hello, fellow Rotarians.
Hi, Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn. You can't choose the path you walk in life, but you can choose how you walk it. Dennis O'Leary, father of John O'Leary, recites this line in the movie Soul on Fire, the John O'Leary story. The movie recounts John's journey from a 9-year-old fire victim survivor, a fire which also burned down the house from a fire he started, to motivational speaker. You can watch the movie on Netflix. The acting is very corny, be forewarned, but the message and focus on resilience and community is good. I had the opportunity to hear John speak a few years ago, but Denny's line from the movie, "You can't choose the path you walk in life, but you can choose how to walk it," resonates with me. So I choose to walk my path with gratitude, including gratitude for all the communities I'm part of. My family, my faith community, my friends, my peers, and my fellow Rotarians. Gratitude helps provide the grounding and resilience I need to walk my path in life. So my slight twist on Denny's line is, you can't always choose the path you walk in life, but you can choose how you walk it.
Thank you, Carolyn. That was a wonderful thought for the day. So next up, meeting front line. Spur reporter, Tim Berry, where are you? You were here just a few minutes ago. Where you are?
I'm here and I'm there and I'm there.
Everywhere. Spur publisher, Kathy Coyle. There's Kathy. Photographer, Irv Stowers.
There.
Audiovisual, Don Sweeney. Don's been helping me with the AV all week. Thank you, Don. And greeter, Rick Vistance.
Hey, Rick.
Can you help me with that, Rick? I really mangled that. Pronunciation of your name? Rick? I'm sorry.
Richard.
Richard.
How do you pronounce your last name? Oh, sorry, it's business.
Business.
Kind of like
Great.
this.
Thank you.
This is none of our business.
So next up, we have our web magician.
Skip over the sergeant at arms.
I did.
What about them?
Sergeant.
Nobody cares, David.
Sergeants at Arms, Sonia Sheffield and David Brown.
Hey.
Web magician Kathy Coyle. Again. Public outreach Kelly Bowers, always reaching out on behalf of our club. Yes. Videographer, Sonia's doing triple duty here today.
We're switching again.
So introduction of visiting Rotarian and guests. Do we have any visiting Rotarians? Thank you. Much, Steve. I thought I saw Bob Tucknott in the audience someplace.
Right here.
There he is.
I'm hard to miss.
But we keep
Somebody introduce Bob.
What do you want me to do?
No, I'll introduce you.
Yes, I would like to recognize Bonnie Schmidt. She belongs to the other evening Tri Valley Club. And she also does the treasury and is working on costumes and props for the next Livermore Opera in late March.
Hi, buddy.
Bonnie, great.
Come on, Bonnie.
Good to have you here, Bonnie.
Hey, Jim, that's early March, not late March.
Early March.
All right, Mr. President, I'd like to introduce someone that we all know. He's Rotarian extraordinaire, past president of the Dublin Club, Mr. Bob Tucknott. Hello, Bob.
Thank you. That was good.
Do we have other visiting Rotarians or guests? Thank you, Christy.
President Pat, I'd like to introduce my first wife, Adele.
I'd like to introduce my wife, and so I will. This is Jane, my wife, Jane.
Welcome, Jane.
I'd like to introduce my neighbor and friend, Simon Grice, here for the second time.
Welcome, Simon.
Good evening, Rotarians. I want to introduce my husband, Jeff Caskey.
Welcome, Jeff.
Rotarians, I would like to introduce my partner, Walt Workman.
Walt, good to have you here tonight,
We need to work on him.
Walt. We will.
And I've got one more.
Yes.
I'd like to introduce a close friend of mine. This is Agnes Stoll. She is a close friend and an ex-employee and my favorite vendor. Anytime you get anything printed, it is from her machine. So thank you, Agnes.
Thank you, Agnes. We hope you'll come back, Agnes. Thank you. So we have a brag and boast special feature tonight that we're just rolling out. And first, okay, birthdays and anniversaries coming up next, and then we'll get to bragging.
There we go. We need birthday music.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Birthdays this year, this month in February. So, February 6th, Sheila Pagliano. February 12th is Paul Schmidt. He's in the back there. February 17th is Debbie Peck, but she's not here tonight. February 20, Ted Michaels. I don't think Ted is here either. But February 25th is Linda Tinney. February 27th is Michelle, but she's not here tonight either. And February 28th, Carol Litz. Over here. Happy birthday, everyone.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rotarian. Happy birthday to you.
Yvonne Hopkins, February 5th, 43 years. Vern Green, is Vern here? February 7th, 39 years. And Bill Nebo, Bill and Jane, February 14th, 22 years. Found out that we have member anniversaries in February. And Irv Stowers has been a member of Rotary for 19 years on February 21st. So he gets a cupcake. Mike Morgan has been a Rotarian as of the first for 41 years. And then Bill Nebo has been a Rotarian for 49 years. last but not least, on February 20th, Jack Mills will be a member of Rotary for 58 years. And now we are going to have bragging rights. Bragging rights. And Alan's going to discuss the program and explain it.
Okay, so at the last board meeting, it was decided that we would move from a raffle to bragging rights. There's a couple reasons for that. Number one, it gets more people involved personally. Number two, our average income from the raffle is $30 a week, and we're hoping to up that. So a bragging period, you get 1 minute for $20. Now, if you want to speak more than 1 minute, I guess that's okay. It just costs you an extra $20 per minute. Anyway, so the idea here is that we get at least 2 people to brag every week. And if 3, that's great. So anyway, I am going to be the inaugural bragger. I can't. Easy for you to say. Anyway, so we have 6 grandchildren. 2 are in Texas. One's at UT Austin. I was hoping Jay would be there, but he wasn't. So the second one, Ben, has just received his pilot's license. He has decided that Baylor is the better Texas university. He's going to be in the aviation sciences, professional pilot area. So my brag is that we now have a pilot in our family.
You got a brag? No. Question is, how do you pay?
Oh, pay $20 to the Sergeant at Arms, yes, and she'll have a list so that we can have Pat know who to announce in order to do this. And then Kelly Bowers, I understand, is the second person who signed up to do a brag. So.
Mike. Oh shit! I didn't know you had to.
You have to sign up.
You don't have to sign up, no.
Yeah, that's better.
So this is an exciting brag. I just have a question first. How many of you are grandparents? So I get to be in the grandparents club. And I literally have friends who say, oh, I have 7 grandkids, I have 12, and I'm like, can you spare one? And some of them say, yeah, we could. But anyway, so I'm really excited. My son Steven and my daughter-in-law Jessica are going to have a baby boy, baby Grayson, on June 22nd. That's the plan.
It turns out we've got another person signed up to brag. Margaret?
I didn't sign up, but I'm doing it anyway. My 7-year-old grandson, Lucas, lost his 2nd tooth today. I also did not sign up, but I am going to be the next to brag. Some of you will see on your tables there is a paper. My daughter is a percussionist with the Livermore High School Chamber Winds Band, which is the highest competitive band at Livermore High School. They win awards all the time. And they're participating, pay to play, in a multi-school European competitive tour. So they are going to Budapest, Prague, and Vienna, and they are going to be competing in band competitions in all those cities. And it is $6,000 per person. I have paid half of that. I am still making payments, but if anybody, $5, anything you want, I did set up a GoFundMe because I am dying, people. Please help me get my daughter to Europe. Thank you.
Okay, can we do one more brag? All right.
We certainly can, Mike.
Well, I'm still pretty young. I don't have a grandchild yet, but my 3 daughters had birthdays last Friday. They were all, of course, on the same day, January 23rd. And one of my 3 daughters looks like she's going to make my wife Nancy and me a grandparent.
I'm on my 9th.
We got one back here.
Oh no! Dear Rotarians, I haven't announced, though I think you all know, my husband is appointed the city's historian.
Congratulations.
Well, I have 7 granddaughters, 1 great-granddaughter, and we finally got a boy, Hunter. So I'm thrilled.
Time for one more. I didn't sign up either. So we don't have any grandchildren either. So instead of $20, I'm going to pay a 0 grandchildren, even though I'm an old fart, premium, and go for $500. $500 to announce that I have qualified for the Boston Marathon. I put in $500 because it's so selfish, but I will come back to this group and we're going to turn it into a fundraiser. You know, maybe dollars per mile or something like that. So I hope that you will help raise some money as a result of my team.
That is an awesome amazing. I think so. So, JR, would you like to give a few more words of wisdom on the crab feed?
Microphone here.
Okay, so tickets are selling, so get your tickets. I know they're going pretty fast, so if you plan on attending, do that. There is no crab feed meeting tomorrow. We'll reconvene next week. Also, keep bringing those things in, gift certificates and whatnot. Right now, David is kicking butt. He's been bringing me a lot of stuff. And now I'm going to make it a competition, start challenging y'all to, I might have a prize.
How many?
Dave has probably accumulated about $1,500 worth of
Oh, it's dollar value?
dollar value.
Yeah,
so gift certificates and things like that. So I'm going to tell you this. Whoever winds up with the most stuff, I will have your car detailed.
Wow.
So,
does that count for the barrel of booze?
the barrel of booze, if you supplied it all. It all counts. Everything you bring in has a dollar amount. So, also, as far as grandkids, I don't know what that's like. You guys, I do know it's very expensive. So, anyways, keep those gift certificates and things coming in. We are still looking for we need a couple more big items for our silent auction. So if you have a condo or know somebody that has one, if you could put together a big dinner, something, we're looking for stuff that's in the $1,500 range and up for our silent auction. So if you can come up with something like that, I'll take care of you too. We'll get your car detailed.
That's a good offer.
It's the car wash over at
Chevron station.
Anyways, that's it. Thank you.
JR.
Jared, does the bride get a free cake?
What's that?
Does the bride get a free cake?
The bride? The bride gets paid. Wow.
You always know if you don't ask, right?
Are you going to attend? Let me know.
You have a ceremony at the crab feed.
Do I get to perform?
Yes.
Let's see, Mark, did you want to say a few words about the Ellen Frank Community Room?
Next week.
For next week.
I'm ready.
Next week?
Great.
Oh, that's the program next week.
Next week, you're going to hear about the Alan Frank Community Room, and you have the opportunity to give to that fine cause. There we go. Thank you. I love that. Fine cause. And finally,
You're gonna, yeah, sounds like. And you're also gonna hear a little bit about the RFL. So, wow, it is super exciting. The Morning Club loved it. It'll be even better because I've added like 3 new slides that they didn't get. So, because, you know, of course, I expect a little more out of this club. About 3 slides more. So there we go for next week.
All right. Great. Hey, Joe, would you like to present our next speaker? Thank you.
So, at an eye appointment some months back, I found out that my eye doctor goes down to Guatemala and does charity work. Once a year, I think it's once a year, and I said, that would be a cool thing to have you talk to Rotary about. And he said, oh, that'd be great, let me know about it. And months later, here he is. So let me give a brief introduction. I will try not to mispronounce the medical terms. After graduating from St. Mary's College of California, Dr. Gagnon received his doctorate of medicine from Creighton University of School of Medicine. That's Omaha. We used to live near there. We'd go there for Reuben sandwiches and stuff. He completed his ophthalmology residency at Wake Forest University, spent an additional year for subspecialty training in cornea and refractive surgery at the University of Utah Moran Eye Center. A board-certified ophthalmologist, Dr. Gagnon is on the clinical teaching staff of the Department of Ophthalmology at Stanford University. He's a fellow of the American Academy of Ophthalmology, a member of the California Association of Ophthalmology, the American Society of Cataract and Refractive Surgery, the California Medical Association, and the Alameda Contra Costa Medical Association. It goes on. Anyway, I'm going to cut your bio short, Doctor. But one thing, I actually had to look up some of the words. $10 right over there. So one word that was on here was that he does pterygium surgery. Pterygium? Pterygium? Okay, and that's one of those words that's, you know, P as in pterodactyl, this is P as in pterygium. So, anyway, so he does some amazing work down in Guatemala. I'm really glad that he's here to talk to us tonight. Come on up, Doctor. So here's your slide advance.
All right, thank you so much for the invitation to come and talk. And thanks for the introduction. The first thing my wife had said when she saw, my wife's back here, when she saw the picture, she's like, who's that guy? So I think the picture you had there was from about 15 years ago, but thank you for putting that in there. So I think Guatemala is something where I've been now 3 times. I'm going to go twice again this year. Myself and my family will go in September and November. This is something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to kind of be able to go around different parts of the world and actually have something that I could help with. I'm not very good with, you know, handyman. I can't build a house. I can't do Habitat for Humanity. It'd all fall down. So that's why, at least with surgery, cataract surgery, this is what I've been doing for about 25 years. I can actually do a pretty decent cataract surgery. So that's why when I was taking the course for global ophthalmology at Stanford a couple of years ago, it was one of the professors came on up to me and said, oh yeah, you're pretty good. You're on my team. And I'm like, oh, you know, you're at a class. And I'm like, oh, that sounds fine. I'll join this team, whatever that means. And sure enough, like 4 months later, I get the phone call, we're going to Guatemala next month. And I was like, where's Guatemala? So let me kind of show you guys. So here you go. So I think this is a good way of looking at Guatemala. Guatemala is known, as you guys know, for coffee. So they have quite a bit of good coffee, and so there's a lot of coffee plantations. They're also known for their chocolate, and they're known for their volcanoes. They actually have 25 active volcanoes in Guatemala. It is a beautiful country, beautiful people. Also, you can tell the beautiful colors of their different textiles. And for you guys, it's basically directly south of Mexico. So when you look here, you can see Guatemala is, you have Mexico to the north, you have Belize to the east, You have Honduras and El Salvador south of it. And as you can imagine, it is a very poor country. It is, out of the about 18 million people, 40% are indigenous. So they're actually indigenous Mayans. So one of the first excuses I had when they asked me if I wanted to go is I said, I don't speak very good Spanish. They said, that's fine. They speak Quiche. So Quiche is one of the 25 different Mayan dialects that they speak in Guatemala. It is 50% rural. It's a very young country, and it's a very poor population. They have the malnutrition. Actually, about 70% of the children are malnourished just because of their subsistence farmers. This is what it usually looks like in terms of the cities that we're going to go work in the jungle. I actually work I'll talk about 2 different programs where I work. This one is in Santo Tomas La Union. And where Santo Tomas La Union is if folks usually, both these places where I go are places where it's not where the tourists go. So this is not Tikal, which is from you guys that are familiar with Star Wars and A New Hope. The end of that movie is in Tikal, Guatemala. So it's not in that area. And it's not in Lake Atitlan or in Antigua, the old colonial capital. These are the areas that are more up in the highlands. So this is just to kind of show you, Guatemala City is the star right here in the middle. Antigua is a little to the left, and then where we go in Santo Tomas La Union is where the arrow is. And this is just showing you what the town of Santo Tomas La Union looks like. It's a town of about 1,500 feet, and it's about 3.5 hours from Guatemala City, which is the main airport to fly into. And this is just showing you the entrance of the town. And the population is about 10,000, but it brings in a lot of folks from the neighboring communities. As I was saying before, it's about 60% Spanish, but 40% speak a Mayan dialect. And the main plantations they have are coffee and bananas, a lot of plantains. Every meal you have, there's different ways that they're going to prepare your plantains and different ways they're going to prepare your black beans. This is the one when I go with a group called Singing in Guatemala. It's actually supported by the Rotary of Santa Cruz and Los Gatos, and as well as the Diocese of Montana. And basically what this started in 1964, and in 1996 they actually started bringing eye surgeons. And pretty much what it is this is actually, Clinica Maxina is actually a convent. So actually what had happened, the story was in 1964, there was another hospital, which I'll talk about in a little while, where I go. Back in the 90s, the nuns came to that hospital and said, hey, we want you guys to come to our convent and provide eye care. Because our residents are too poor to actually be able to afford the bus ticket to be able to go the 2 hours to the hospital. We'd like you guys to come here and do it. And basically the way that this process works here with Clinica Maxina is we go every 6 months. So 6 months a California team goes, usually in fall, and I'll be going this year in November. And then in about May of this year, the team from Montana goes. And the way they do this is patients will actually, believe it or not, for such a poor country, everybody has a phone. So that's how everybody communicates. So they actually are able to put this information up there, and these folks are able to they get appointments. So what happens is we will send a team in there for a week every 6 months. And what we're doing is when we go there, we actually have all the patients that were signed up by the other team. And this is just showing you more pictures of the clinic. So you can see the little rooms right here. That's basically where we stay as the doctors. We actually stay in the same place where the patients do. And that's just the entrance onto into the clinic. And you can tell I've never seen so many of our Toyota trucks, the pickup trucks from the 80s. They are still going all throughout Guatemala. And this is what it looks like in the morning. The patients will come, and usually by the time that we get up at 6 in the morning, by the time we get out there, there is a line of about 80 people. So they already have their appointments, but there's 80 people lined up for us to see that day. And these patients, we will usually, I'll show you the picture. I mean, basically they'll come in, they'll check in, we'll get a vision screening. And the reason why we go to Guatemala more than any other reason is Guatemala, because it is so poor, it has a high amount of blindness from cataracts. So this is somewhere that we can actually make a real dent in terms of actually being able to help. Because these patients, they're blind from something that's reversible. And it's because of the combination of the malnutrition as well as the altitude plus genetics. So they actually get cataracts quite often in their 40s or their 50s. And the thing is, just to kind of explain a little ophthalmology part, one on the left is a normal clear lens. And over there is basically when it gets cloudy. So you can kind of see the cloudy lens right there. And these folks, I think the kind of thing to remember about cataract surgery is, with cataract surgery, you lose, these people, they lose their earning potential. And basically they're poor, but basically someone has to stay home with them. So I'll kind of show you, like this is what happens. Like this lady comes on in, and on the right-hand side, even though you guys don't have a degree in ophthalmology, you can tell there's something wrong with that cataract right there. It's a big white cataract. And usually these patients that we're seeing that are lined up, they are blind in both eyes. And they haven't been blinded for like, it's not like here in the United States where it's a little blurry. It's actually the fact that they can barely see. It's either they can see it. If you want to know what their vision is, you just close your eyes. Right now you are actually light perception. That is what their vision is when they come to see us. And what we're able to do is, the reason why we go to Guatemala is you have a lot, like over 80,000 people that are blind in Guatemala, bilaterally from cataracts. So it's curable with a very, with a very brief surgery. Of course I say very brief, but I will tell you, in the United States we can do a cataract in between 10 to 20 minutes. In Guatemala it will take us 45 minutes to an hour because we're using generators and the equipment that we bring with us. And this is kind of just showing you what it looks like. You can see in the upper right corner, that's just us in the clinic. We have 3 exam lanes. You can see the people lined up in the morning, and you can see what our OR looks like. And we actually bring our own equipment. We basically set up the OR when we go with this group. This is just once again showing you more pictures. But it's kind of nice. You can see the textile that you can tell when someone's from Guatemala in terms of just the beautiful colors in their garments. So we basically will do an A scan, which basically measures the eyeball for the cataract surgery, so I know what implant to put in the eye. And this is just showing you what our OR looks like. And as you can imagine, this OR is basically, you could probably, I'm just looking around this room, going in this room, you could probably have like 4 of the size clinics that we're running because it's such a small little OR and clinic room. And this is basically what I was trying to show you guys here. This is actually what we bring in a suitcase with this group. So this group out of Stanford, we basically bring a portable cataract removal machine called a phaco. So we actually bring this machine with us, and we actually are able to do our cataract surgeries there. This is just showing me but as I said, it's just a very normal room, and it's pretty funny in terms of we were just trying to have, it's very hot and humid there. It's closer to the equator. So any type of, you always want to be in the OR because it's the room that actually has a little bit of air conditioning. This is just showing you what it looks like when we take the cataract out and when we put a new lens in. The other thing that we did when you were talking, Joel was talking about the pterygiums. The pterygiums are basically, it's a fibrovascular growth that grows across, it's a white thing that grows across the front of the eye. And I kind of laughed that when I was